Hey everybody, it's never looking back to Highway Blossoms where the last we left off. Well, we're in a cave, and the main characters have not succeeded in finding the next stash of gold. So either it's not here, or someone else already found it and scarpered with it. Because, I mean, honestly, if you were a part of this treasure hunt, and you managed to find a part of the gold, why would you really come out about it so early? Let other people keep looking in that general area for a while first, before they'll decide that, it's not there anymore. Let them waste time so you can move on to the next one. Hopefully someone hasn't found that one yet. Anyway. No, it's okay, really. I cry all the time at home, don't worry. Oh, that's comforting. It's just like losing. Not finding the treasure, I mean. So I'm mad for wasting a lot of time on this. Aren't you? No, why would I be? She sounds genuinely surprised. Because now we're behind on the next one, too. What if someone beats us to all the rest of them? Nathan like me. Oh god, is there a cure? Meanie. But really, I had fun, so I don't think it was a waste of time. Even if we're not, like, super rich right now, I'm glad we came here. Once again, I don't even have to look to know she's smiling. She's always smiling after all. Uh-huh. It's one of the cuter things about her, and there are a lot of those. I'm afraid to look up and meet her eyes. Afraid because of what I've been starting to feel lately and how I've been thinking of her. It's stupid to get bothered by this now, I know. We've been together all day. Right now, when I'm already being over-emotional, I feel like it'd be a bad idea. Amber? And then, by reflex, I do it anyway. I look over, and I was right. My heart flutters a little, but the smile I was anticipating has been replaced by yet another look of concern. Yeah, you're right. I guess it wasn't so bad. She brightens up immediately. For real? Mm-hmm. I'm good now, still. Sorry for freaking out there for a sec. It's okay, don't feel bad. I guess it's a standing motion. Yeah, okay. Groaning, I stand up again. I'm definitely going to be sore tomorrow. We should get out of here, though. The longer we spend, the more likely we are to get caught. It's been probably 45 minutes or so since we ditched the tour group. Hopefully they didn't get search and rescue out looking for us. I have from hand to Marina, who's still sitting on the ground. She takes it and I holler to her feet. After dusting herself off, we both walk to the edge of the cave. It's impossible to see anything. Even the trail across the way is invisible from here. Watch your step going down the hill. Yeah, we don't want anyone to almost die again. Going down the hill is easier than going up, though we still have to be careful. We make it to the bottom with that incident. We don't risk the flashlights until we're back across the fence in the trail. Now that we're not out of bounds, it doesn't matter if people see us. Suddenly I'm messing up every other fucking word. Where do we go now? I think about it for a moment. There's not much point in catching up the tour again. Besides, it's probably ended by now. Still, if they did notice that we disappeared, then it could be bad for us to just leave the park. The last thing I want to see is our faces on missing person posts the next time we stop at a gas station. But they've got a 45-minute lead on us, and that'll only grow if we're to try and find them. We'll just go out to the parking lot and get out of here. If anyone asks, we can just say we left early. Thank God. I was hoping you'd say that. Now come. I'm so tired. Same. My back's gonna hurt for a year. At least you get the comfy bed. Hey, you could always share? Is that what you're gonna say? Grab some more pillows in the closet if you need. Nice save. Nice. There are more? Oh yeah, Gramps liked to have a zillion pillows when he slept. Oh. She sounds like down. Oops. Maybe I shouldn't have made that connection there. Don't worry, they weren't like his special pillows or anything. You can use them. Alright. Damn, she really starts to worry when I mention him. Guess there's a good reason for that. Right now, though the thought is a familiar jab of sadness, I'm not about to break down. I'm doing okay for now. We're quiet the rest of the way back on the trail, though. Without having to stick to the slow pace of a guided tour, it's actually a quick walk. There aren't any other hikers out, which surprises me. It's dark, but not that late. As we reach the parking lot, it seems like we had perfect timing. Or maybe perfectly awful. Spilling out of a trailhead on the other side of the tour... Spilling out of a trailhead on the other side is a tour group that we were briefly part of. I recognize the tour guide as well as... Oh, there you girls are! Oh, yay. I was wondering. Linda. She came up to my blind spot before we had time to hide. I don't even try to force a smile to turn to face her. She strolls up to us. Dino's still asleep. Howard's nowhere to be seen, though. Maybe he's in their car. I was hoping to see how far y'all left. Yeah, we were pretty tired, so we came back early. Oh, I'll bet you are. She winks at me like she's another joke. Problem is, I don't know what the joke's supposed to be. What do you mean? Don't think I didn't notice you two running off now. Figured you were, you know. She laughs and shakes her head. I think that's good, though. Reminds me of my Howard when we were younger. We used to sneak off every chance we got, if you know what I mean. I had a feeling that's where she's going with that. My question is, how quickly is it going to take Amber to get that? Or more importantly, her? Yeah, there you go. My face starts to turn red as I realize what she's thinking. Marina's probably going tomato-colored. Well, I don't turn to look. We weren't... we're not... No need to be embarrassed or anything like that. Besides, you still don't get pregnant. Stop it. She laughs heartily, the baby on her chest bouncing with emotion. Sorry, though, I'm getting a bit too nosy for my own good. Y'all girls safe out there. Nice to get to know you. She grabs my hand from my side and pumps it in a vigorous handshake, then does the same to Marina. Neither of us react, still dumbfounded. Then she heads off towards the sea of cars. More of a puddle now since most have already left. I turn to Marina. As expected, her face is sky. I just noticed. God, she's horrified. As expected, her face is scarlet. Maybe mortified is a better word, actually. Wow. Right? That poor baby. And that poor husband. I didn't think people like that were real. Like, they only existed in books and movies and stuff. And they said the desert does weird things to your head. Or maybe Wisconsin does. Ooh. I shrug and start walking back towards the RV. I'm glad the Marina doesn't push the topic of Linda's misconception. Or is it? Well, technically, in the sense of what she was implying, in terms of why they were sneaking off, yeah. But, you know. I lock the door and let Marina in first. One of the last ones here. Before I pull the door shut, I take a final look around Canyon de Chelly, or what little of it I can see. It may have been a bust, but like Marina said, it wasn't a total waste of time. Yeah, the experience is still a good thing to, to go through. It's fun. It was something you can say you did. Live a little. Click. Into the RV once again. I crash down to the driver's seat and kick my feet up on the dash. It's a relief to sit on something soft. Like a satellite, Marina hovers around me expectant. So that was a failure, obviously. Do you think it might be in a different part of the canyon? Maybe, but we're not going to find out. We could spend days out here and not find anything. Most likely, someone else already found it before us. Maybe even before this whole treasure hunt thing started. She stares at the ground, then perks back up. That's okay, though. All we can do is move on. Exactly. Reaching into the glove department, she brings up the journal and hands it to me. I'm never going to use the same glove department. Come on. Show me why the human travel guide is the best. I look at her for a moment. Do the big smile? Gently take it from her. Sure thing. But that's the first and only time you're ever going to call me that, okay? Okay. I flipped through the journal and skimmed the pages. I skipped one of the entries last time because it looks like a jumbled puzzle. But if we're going to find the rest of the treasure, then we need to tackle this head on. Bracing myself for the confusion, I find the entry and groan. Oh, Jesus. I write to you today not from my dear Lamasi's winged landmark, but from a destination on an unforeseen detour. During my journey eastbound, I encountered a split within the dusted road. I have encountered many of these on my travels, but this one triggered the thought that maybe, perhaps, I have been too obvious with my hiding. Let us assume a jealous peer wanted to detract me. Paranoia or not, if they so desired, they easily could. My steed's prints are set within the sand, and I have not disguised my livelihood. In fact, one may call me a trail. If one were to follow this trail, they might even happen upon my bounty. The likelihood of this is very slim. However, I've always considered myself to be a man who only takes calculated risks, which is why I am shocked in that this thought has never crossed my mind before. Surely an intelligent, rugged, and worldly individual such as myself would have come to this conclusion by now, or perhaps I am none of those things. Nonetheless, I marked the split and took the path I felt was less traveled after I had covered. I don't even know what the fuck my voice is just done. I don't. It's just kind of wandering off and doing its own fucking thing. Nonetheless, I marked the split and took the path I felt was less traveled. After I uncovered enough distance, I found a satisfactory location. Acres of identical arched stone were spread across this area. The more I traveled, the more there were. On occasion I had seen some, but never so close together nor so plentiful, though I do worry one could narrow down the gold if they had the will. Alas, the remnants of my illness reappeared, forcing me to find a resting site. Eventually, I settled between two stones. Unlike the arched stone, I often feared they would fall or collapse on me, but their balance seemed steady and they provided shade and scenery. So once again, I am rested and determined. While this detour took precious time away from me, I very much feel it was worth the security it provides, even if it was unnecessary. P.S. This morning, I looked down in my pouch. It would appear as if I have enough gold for one last burial. Lamasi's landmark seems more than proper for this. Oh no. Oh no? Does that mean you don't know where it's at? The opposite. I know exactly where it's at. What's the problem? I lean back in the chair and look at the ceiling. It's in the Arches National Park. Cool, let's go! I ignore her and keep looking at the ceiling. Arches has over 2,000 natural stone arches. The miner said he hit it between two stones. She blinks. I sigh. An arch is a rock formation that curves in the air. Think of it like an upside-down U. Finally, she gets the message. Her face morphs into a blank canvas and she stares at the windshield. Oh no. Yeah. If we want to find this thing, then we need to look between every single arch and arches. After a moment of petrified silence, Mina takes the journal and returns it to its proper place in the glove. Fuck it! That place where you store your papers normally. With a shaky smile, Muna looks back at me and tries blowing it off. Arches National Park, huh? It's somewhere in the Moab, right? You ever been? With a shaky grin on my own, I respond, totally ignoring the impossible feat ahead of us. Yeah, I went to Moab a long time ago. Arches really famous, like world famous. We're both sweating, staring at the long road ahead of us, and we try our best to make casual conversation. It's like a game of chicken. Who's gonna break first? I've always wanted to go. Where have you vacationed to before? Honestly, nowhere. Not out of the state, at least. For real? Not even to visit family? Nuh-uh. My grandparents live in New Mexico, too. I think only my big brother has been outside of the state. You got any other siblings, or is it just you two? She shakes her head. There's 9 of us. Oh, Jesus. I've got 2 younger brothers, 3 older brothers, an older sister, and 2 little sisters. I whistle. Damn, it's a big-ass Christmas card. Right? At some point, it's just like, aren't you ever gonna stop? I almost had a fingers to count on. Chuckling, I stand up and walk to the back. Marina falls behind me. What about you? Do you have any siblings? Nah, just me. Otherwise, they'd probably be riding on this whole thing with us. As I said that, I collapsed down on my bed, sprawling out. Setting up front felt good, but this is heavenly. Oh, Jesus. Here's the personal spacing again. Just zip. The bed sinks a little as she takes a seat on its edge. I can't really imagine having a single brother or sister. Definitely not 8 of them. But I guess they don't all live at home, huh? Actually, they do. You're kidding. Only one of my brothers has moved out. It's the worst. Like, you have to make a reservation to take a shower. No wonder you ran away. Pretty much, as soon as I finished school, I was like, okay, time to get out of here. How long ago was that? Just a couple months, 2-ish. What'd you major in? Huh? Like, what did you get your degree in? Oh, not college. High school. I just finished high school. And there goes the music. Huh? Using my elbows, I prop myself up. Actually, you know what? With that, I'm going to end the episode here. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.